Good evening and welcome to another edition of Ziggy's Rants. And today, my rant's going to be about the Greens and the SNP. Now, they've been in a coalition agreement through the Bute House agreements, and that could be about to end, or is it? They're having a vote. The Greens are going to have a vote about whether or not to end the Bute House agreement uh, due to one of their red lines being crossed. Now, I'm very suspicious of this. I don't believe they're going to end the Bute House agreement. I don't believe it for 1 second. Maybe wrong. Who knows? Been wrong before. But I don't believe that this agreement's going to be ended. And I'll tell you my reasons why. I think they've been forced into this vote, but there's no way Harvey, Slater, Greer, Chapman are going to end or are going to give up their cozy positions, and three of them are not going to give up their ministerial positions with the big fat pay that comes with it. I don't think that they're as principled as to give up their extra money that they're receiving, and they're certainly not principled to give up the power that they have at the moment, because all the policies that are being pushed at the moment are from the Greens. It's tail wagging the dog instead of the other way around. It's a case of the Greens at the moment are bullying the SNP into getting whatever they can. They have the power with very, very little votes, extremely low number of votes. None of them won their constituency. None of them got more than 2,000 votes. Yet they've been in government and they've been pushing their policies and getting access to schools, getting access to all sorts of places there where they wouldn't have got if they weren't in government. So they're not going to give up that kind of power over a principle. No way in hell, I believe anyway. They may be having a vote, but I think Slater, Greer, Chapman, Harvey, they will bully, because that's what they've done all the way through their time in the Greens. They will bully the Green members to vote in favour of staying in the government. So there's no way I can see it ending. I think it would be a good thing if it did end, because the amount of damage these people can do for the next 2 years to Scotland before Holyrood elections is unfathomable. It's crazy. It's the amount of damage they are going to cause with their extra taxes, the attack on businesses, the attack on rental homes, the amount of damage they're doing to councils, to all sorts, heating, the crazy ideas with the heating. If that agreement can be ended early, I'm all for it, even though it's damaging independence, but it's damaging Scotland more. But I don't think that's going to happen. If it does, I can see the SNP have come out and said if they voted to end the Bute House agreement, the SNP will run a minority government. But that will be challenged. I think there'll be an attack on Humza's position as First Minister. I think the Conservatives may go after them, and I think some of the rebels within the SNP may actually vote Humza down, because they're going to lose heavily in the general election. They're going to get a good tanking in the general election. They're going to lose, in my opinion, and I've said it all along, 30 to 35 seats. And if that happens, then the SM become very, very. They'll become scared. They'll become worried. They will look at the Holyrood elections that will be coming up in another 2 years or so, and they will look vulnerable. And you've got to look at their finances as well. The finances are in a hell of a state. They're close to bankruptcy. I don't think they can run a full general election campaign. I don't think the money they will lose during the general election, after the general election, they'll lose 1.2 million short money. They're going to lose money from what the MPs pay into the party. They'll lose that. So they're going to lose a lot of money where they've got no donors. The donors have dried up a long time ago and left. So they'll be on limited amount of money to run a campaign for Holyrood elections. So I think they'll panic, and I think they'll get rid of Humza. And if the Greens aren't about, then he becomes very vulnerable. So it's going to be interesting, but I really don't see the Greens leaving. I'd be shocked. Humza was shocked that Murrell was charged. I would be equally shocked if the Greens decide to end the Bute House agreement. So that's my rant over for this evening. If you liked, please, I always like the thumbs up. Leave your comments. What do you think? Do you think the Greens will stick around, or do you think they'll end it? Do you think any of them have got principles to vote against staying in government? Be quite interesting to see the vote. So please leave your comments and subscribe. The more subscribers, the better. I'm very, very close now to 1,000 subscribers. I'm like 15 or so subscribers short of 1,000. So please subscribe so I can get a bigger audience, a bigger reach. So that'd be great. So until next time, have a nice evening and take care.